This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Alfred Blue, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
I think a game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, flush to his right. Caught here by Griffin. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. Buying time to his left. He's got room to run past the 20. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Knight got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you. Get on the field. If you could only do one thing, you had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Knight. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Reset.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Powering is running forward. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They run with Hines. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Knight. And the Colts are in for the touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This one fielded at the 5. Wiggles free. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Richmond.
Now a first down throw. Watson drops it to Blue. Complete. The ball comes out, and I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Hines. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Off the play fake. Knight. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Knight. Eluding the pressure right. Finds a seam inside the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Knight. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now the rookie from Notre Dame, it's Josh Adams. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. He's got his man Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down. Knight steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney Mercilus leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Knight escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's able to put it through. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw on second is Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 45 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
This is Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Gone!
Looking to throw on second down. Knight. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Looking to throw. Knight. Open man here is Kroll. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Knight. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
That's it, baby.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now. This is Charcandrick West. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Patriot! Patriot!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. And that will... was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll go to the ground attack here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Off play action. Knight. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
On 3rd down. That's Hines. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
From the gun, Knight. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defense. Offensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake. Knight. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Here we go. Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Knight. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On is the punter, King, to send it away. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Flush to his right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Watson on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride onto.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Hines, he's trying to carve out a bigger role in that Indy backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They run again with Hines. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Off play action. Knight. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
At the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Knight. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation